And thanks for tuning in once again to my channel. Today is going to be a pretty quick how-to video on how to apply false lashes. Literally, you only need like 4 things to apply lashes, which actually might seem like a lot, but it's really not. So of course you need the lashes you're going to be using, and I'm going to be using the House of Lashes Iconic. Second thing you need is a pair of scissors. The third thing you need is some lash glue, and the fourth thing you need are tweezers. Now you can use your fingers, you can use tweezers, or whatever applicator you like to use, but I swear by tweezers. It makes it so easy. Anyway, so once you've got those 4 things, then of course you need a mirror. But once you've got those items, then it's time to put on some lashes. Alright, so I've got my first lash off. I'm now going to place it onto my eye to make sure that it's not too long, and this is where you can tell if you're going to need to trim your lash band or not. So let me zoom you in for that. Basically, you want to just look straight ahead at yourself and place the band exactly where you're going to want it to be. Ideally, you want to have it match up with the natural lashes as much as possible. So if it goes over your natural lash line, then that's where you want to trim it. So I'm lining it up exactly where I'm going to want it to go, which is right here. As you can tell, it's just a little bit longer than I typically like. It's going a little bit over my natural lash line, and I want to, you don't want to shove the lash all the way into the inner corner because it is going to come up really easily, and it's also going to irritate your eye when you've got something poking in the corner. So just lie it, like I said, right up top on top of your natural lashes, and that is where it ideally should be placed. And you can kind of tell where my lashes stop and where these lashes end, and cut them based on that. So I don't really have to cut them that much, just a very, very tiny amount. You want to cut them from the outermost section. If you cut them from the inner section, and as you can see, they're kind of tapered into smaller and smaller lashes. If you cut these small lashes off, the ones on the inner corner are then going to be a lot longer than they need to be, and it's not going to look as natural. Now obviously, if you're using false lashes, you don't necessarily want your lashes to look natural, but that is just the most natural way to have them look and apply them. So I'm going to use my scissors to cut these down, and like I said, the very end section, I really didn't have too much going and extending past my actual lash line, so very, very small amount. You want to just make sure to measure it ahead of time and not just go in and snip them, because you'll probably snip too much. I've done that before, and ruin them. Literally, I don't know if you can even see that, but that is the tiniest amount that I'm clipping off. Just the very, very outermost corner. I'm going to go in with the Duo Lash Glue, and this is in the dark tone. They have a light tone one, but I find that with that one, because it is white, that when you apply it to the lash band, apply it on your lashes, sometimes it can leave like a white cast or a white residue, and then you have to go over with eyeliner even more, and it just doesn't look as nice. The dark tone one blends in because it's black, so that's really, really nice. So now I'm going in with some lash glue. Now because this is in a tube, you definitely want to start off very, very lightly with light pressure, pushing the product out. And you want to have an even amount of lash glue throughout the band, not having a big clump somewhere and a big clump somewhere else and not enough somewhere else. So just basically having equal amount of product throughout the lash band. Now a lot of people will let this kind of just sit and get tacky and breathe on it to help the process. I used to do that. I used to let it sit for about 15, 20, 30 seconds but I find that it doesn't stick as good as when you first literally just apply it. And I don't do it right off the bat, but I will wait about 5 to 10 seconds, so not as long as I used to. So it's still a little bit wet. That's why you want to be a little bit more careful, but I find that it sticks on a lot easier when you just do it right off the bat when the glue is still nice and fresh. Now I am using my fingers first off to place them, and I'm placing it right exactly where I want it. And ideally you want to go in and place it right in the middle section first, leaving the outer and inner corners to still be kind of elevated. And then I go in with my inner corner next, really just kind of lightly pressing that into my natural lashes. And then I go into the outer corner, pull it just as tightly as you need. Very, very gentle though, especially since you're using tweezers and these can be a little bit dangerous. And I'm just kind of guiding it to where exactly I want it to go. Alright, so now that we've got one lash on, I'm going to let that dry before we do anything else, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Now that I've got both lashes on, this eye is still kind of drying a little bit, so I'm going to go in back with this eye. First thing I want to do is use my eyeliner, the eyeliner that I had previously applied, and I basically just like to go over the lash band with my eyeliner, really to mesh my liner and lash band together so that it looks more natural, so that when you look down, you're not seeing that lash band that's kind of in disguise. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while this eye is drying. Alright, so I went ahead and did that to the other eye as well. And the last step is mascara. Now, what I didn't mention before is that you do want to apply mascara prior to putting your lashes on. If you go in and just apply the falsies on top of lashes that do not have mascara, and you don't have amazing lashes, because I definitely don't, and they kind of like just go like meh, you know, they don't stick up, but they don't go like, they just kind of meh. So they don't have the volume that they need to really mesh with the fake lashes. So give them a little bit of volume, a little bit of oomph with some mascara, and then place your lashes on. I find it makes it easier applying lashes to really know, I don't know, I find it easier. So apply mascara before, let that dry of course, and then go in with your falsies. I use mascara afterwards as well to, again, really mesh the falsies with my naturals. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with my right eye. And if you do not apply mascara afterwards, after they're nice and set and everything, a lot of times you can see where your actual lashes are and where the falsies begin. So they're not going to be as cohesive. You can use tweezers to kind of clip them together once it's dried. You can kind of clip them together a little bit. I find that if you do it wet, a lot of times you can end up messing up, and then, you know, you've got lash glue all over. So you can try and mesh them a little bit with your tweezers, very gently, very lightly, after you've got them all dried and set on there. But I don't find that that really does the trick as much as going in with another coat of mascara does. Also, don't apply mascara all the way up to all of my falsies, because then a lot of times you can kind of get more clumpiness, and you're not going to be able to use those lashes over and over again, because they are going to develop that clumpiness and not look as good when you reapply them, if that makes sense. So I don't go all the way up onto the falsies. I literally go to the very base of my natural lashes and just kind of wiggle them in so that the base of the falsies kind of coincide with each other. And we're done. That is it. That is all. It is really not that bad. Let me zoom you guys in so you can really see the full effect. As you can see, they're nice and cohesive and streamlined with my eyeliner and my actual lashes. You can't really see a separation, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Again, these are the Iconics from House of Lashes. Ugh, they're so beautiful. All right, my friends, well, that is the finished how-to on how to apply false lashes. I hope you guys learned something, took a lot of tips and tricks from this video, and if you did like it, please leave a comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on social media, you know the drill. I'll have all of it linked down below, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.